Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video is in continuation with my previous video in which I have demonstrated how to use add logs activity. So in this video, I'm gonna demonstrate how to use add custom log activity. So this is another activity which is present under sy.logs.activity. So you can search it in the activity panel. After you've installed it from manage packages, then connect. So once you have installed sy.logs.activity package from Connect, you can search in the activity panel at custom log. All you have to do is just to drag it. So the variation which we are offering in this add custom log activity is that in add logs activity, we provided you a predefined set of column names in which you only had to pass the values, the log level, the description, the workflow file name, the activity name, the Windows identity, machine name, and timestamp. So these all columns were predefined, but according to your use case, in case if you want to customize it and you do not want certain columns or you want to add certain more columns, then you can use the add custom log activity. From the name, it itself is clear that you can customize the logging according to your need. So you'll just have to drag in and pass in the column name. So for example, you can pass in name of file, log type, and description. In case if you don't want to mention the column name, you can even skip it. Then a predefined header name like column 0, column 1, column 2 will be added. And if you want to add column name, you can do it like this here. And then the file path, as I've already shown, you'll have to create a file path wherein your log file would be stored. So I am creating it on a daily basis. So I have appended datetime.now.toString, and then the format, how I want the date to be displayed, appended with .xlsx extension. So you'll have to pass the file path and then the values. So I've created 3 columns. So accordingly, I'll have to pass 3 values. Then you can add custom logs and add logs to the appropriate section of your code. So passing column name is not essential. That is, once you have passed, that will be picked up all throughout. So over here, I've passed in the column name. So passing the column name over here is not required. I'll just have to pass in the values. So for example, the file name is main.xaml, and then the log type is info. Pass comma separated value because it is array of strings. So I'm typing the short of information. You can type whatever suits you. And then no row at particular position, that will correspond to the description. And that's all. And in case if there is an exception, so I've intentionally thrown an exception here to show how to log an exception. So we'll go to catch to log the exception which I've intentionally thrown. So in add custom log, I will add the logs corresponding to the headers which I've mentioned. So main.xaml is the file name, error is the log type, and exception.message is the obvious description to the error which we'll be getting. So that's all, we're good to go. And before clicking on run, I'll just show you the path where the file will be stored. So over here, the file will be stored. So I'll click on run. This is a message box which I've put in for the demo. So I'll click on OK. So the execution is now completed. I'll just open the file. So this is the file log custom underscore appended by today's date, which is 16th of July. And this is the uh, header name along with the information which we have mentioned. And not to forget, the timestamp will always be appended in its own. You don't have to add in the timestamp. So this is the date followed by the time when was this logging done, and these are the two info with the description which we have mentioned, and then the error one. So you'll just have to add in your columns and timestamp will be appended in itself. So this is one thing, and I'll just showcase one more functionality which we have included. Suppose by mistake you add in more values than the number of columns which you have mentioned. So over here we know that we have 3 columns and I have added 4 values. So which means that one value is extra in corresponding to the column. So these are the 3 columns, but we have added an extra value. So in this case, we have done the exception handling in the activity. So to showcase that, if there is any exception while executing the activity, it will be captured in this exception message. So I have created a variable of the string type and assigned that exception. So I'll just type in the variable name over here so that we could see what exception has been thrown by the activity and captured in the variable. So I'll click on run. So this is the first message box, and this is the second message box, which indicates input array length doesn't match with the number of columns. So because for the obvious reason that we have provided more values than the name. So you can go to manage packages to use this particular activity, and over here under connect you can find all our custom activities, whether it is SAP login, so it's by the name login to SAP, or kill multiple process, this one. So likewise you can search for any of the activities created. You just have to install and then click on save, and that's all. Then you just can drag it from the activity panel and use it to ease your task. Don't forget to provide your comment in the comment section below or on the connect so that we could improvise and we could serve you better. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.